Here we have all of the ingredients that we need to make Keema Aloo, the fresh ingredients, the spices and the meat. I have about 1 kilo of lamb mince here. I actually like to use the leg of lamb because for me it's kind of leaner and in my opinion it tastes better in this dish. My fresh ingredients include 2 onions which I've chopped, about 3 tomatoes which I've roughly chopped, a couple of tablespoons each of fresh ginger and garlic, some chillies and some coriander. The spices include a teaspoon of crushed red chilli flakes, a half a teaspoon of red chilli powder, about 1.5 teaspoons of cumin seeds, and the same of some ground coriander and turmeric. You'll also need some salt to taste, some garam masala which I am yet to grind, some oil or ghee. I'm using about 1/4 cupful today. Start by heating up the oil to which you'll add the onion and the garlic. You want to saute these until they go a golden brown colour. So these onions are exactly the right colour for me now to add the meat. I've added the meat and with the heat on a high I'm starting to saute this through, and what you'll see is the meat is going to start to change colour. And not only does it change colour, you'll see that it starts to release some water with the onions, and you want to keep sautéing this until that water has completely dried up. The meat and the onions have been sautéed for a good 15 to 20 minutes. The water has all disappeared, but the oil, the natural oil of the meat, has started to separate, so it's now time for me to add the spices. I've started by adding the ginger, and to this I'm going to add the tomatoes, sauté this through, and then I'm going to throw in all of my spices. So just literally add all of those spices, including the salt, and combine it really well to the meat. So I threw in all of the spices, and I'm continuing to stir fry this now until it's very well combined. About this stage you might want to give it a little taste just to make sure all of the spices and the salt in this dish is balanced, and add more if necessary. And at this stage I'm adding the garam masala as well. I've added my chopped coriander and 3 whole chillies, and I'm going to leave this to simmer. I'm serving it today with some rice, little garden salad, and I've garnished it with some fresh coriander and some chillies.